Hi, I'm Brian Hurricane Smith for Adventures in Scuba TV. We're on location in Cozumel, Mexico with John Windle, one of the co-founders of Adventures in Scuba. Tell me about how you guys formed Adventures in Scuba and why it was formed.
Well, what we did is we had 5 instructors that taught and dove in, of course, the Calgary area, and we did many trips together. And we felt that as a group, we could probably do a much better job of having a facility that was geared especially for divers.
Now, you have designed this facility to be one of the best and biggest shops in Western Canada. Tell me about the store.
Well, the store is 6,000 square feet. What we have is we have a saltwater pool that's 30 by 30, 14 feet deep, because 80% of our diving actually is in salt water. It's in the Caribbean, it's in the Pacific, it's in Australia, it's all around the world. A little bit of our diving, the other 10-20% maybe, is in the local lakes, but that's why we built a saltwater pool.
And the temperature of the pool is more acclimated to Caribbean-style diving.
Absolutely. We keep it around 80, 82 degrees, which is, if you were diving here yesterday with us, actually the temperature was about 78 to 82 degrees at the most.
And your store staff, the instructors and store staff that you have handpicked for Adventures in Scuba, tell me about the level that you like to maintain.
Well, what we do is everybody that's an instructor in our shop comes from the basic right up through the system with us, right to the instructor level. And we have set a standard that is higher than any of the other stores in the city, probably in all of Alberta.
Now, as far as your dive trips go, this is one of the most fun aspects of your job. I mean, your job description is coming on dive trips. Tell me about the places that Adventures in Scuba has been and some of the dive trips you've been on.
Well, we do a lot of trips to the West Coast, which is great diving, a little cold, but very nice diving. And then we do a tremendous amount of trips to the Caribbean. We go to Honduras, we go to here in Cozumel, we go to Turks and Caicos, we go to the Florida Keys, we go to virtually everywhere in the Caribbean area. Then we also do some really exotic trips where we've been to the Galapagos, Tahiti, Australia. We have one coming up that's going to Australia. And yeah, we've done as far as northern Scotland to dive in Scapa Flow on the World War I German fleet.
Oh, that must have been very fascinating.
It was phenomenal, the history.
What would you say to someone who's thinking about getting into scuba diving and they're sort of interested? What would you say to maybe push them over the edge and say, get them involved?
Well, the first thing I'd say is I take it from my experience. I sat around and I talked about scuba diving for 20 years, from when I was 17 until I was 37. And then I finally took the plunge, took scuba diving, and I've been diving for the last 25 years nonstop. And I don't regret 1 minute of it.
John Windle, the man from Adventures in Scuba.